Hello, hi, welcome once again to M5's new English language learning program, Let's Speak English. I'm Gav Duncan and I'm here on your TV screen to help you learn English. Now, are you sitting comfortably? Yes? Good. And are you ready for today's lesson? Yes? Good. Okay, well, let's learn English together. And hello to all of you. How are you today? I hope you're all well and ready for another lesson. Okay, let's get it on. Now, what do you remember about last lesson? We learned a few pieces of information last lesson. Do you remember? First, we discovered what Gordon Taylor's job is. We knew that he worked in a hotel. But now we know that Gordon is the receptionist in the Marveloso Splendido Hotel. Fantastic. More information. I love information. Now, what else did we learn last lesson? I know you remember, so stop being shy. Come on. What else did we learn last lesson? Think about someone who's connected to Dave Squid, the policeman. That's it, Dave's girlfriend. We saw Loretta for the first time. Can you remember what she looked like? You can? Okay. What did Loretta look like? Well, she's tall, she's young, she's got long red hair and green eyes. She's not wearing glasses. Okay, good. Now, what about her clothes? What was Loretta wearing when we saw her? What was she wearing? Well, she was wearing high-heeled shoes and she was wearing a dark grey skirt with a matching jacket. Okay, and what was she wearing under her jacket? She was wearing a white blouse under her jacket. Fantastic. You've all got great memories. Now, was there anything else? Was she carrying anything? Yes, that's right. She was carrying a bag, wasn't she? Loretta was carrying a handbag. Well, that was fantastic. Extra portions of fish and chips for everyone. Well done. Okay, now, was there anything else we learned about Loretta last lesson? Yes, there was, wasn't there? Last lesson, we also learned Loretta's surname, Sweat. That's a bit of an odd name, but Dave Squid's got a pretty strange name too. Maybe they're attracted to each other's weird names. Okay, now, last lesson, we didn't have time to find out what happened at the job interview. So now it's time to catch up with Loretta and hear what happened. Now, where's Loretta? Ah, there she is. She's at home with Dave Squid. Let's listen to their conversation. So, tell me, how did the interview go? It went well. I arrived at the hotel before 10. I was a little bit early. Then I told the receptionist I had an appointment to see the hotel manager. I told the receptionist my name and he phoned Mr. Williams, the hotel manager. And then what happened? Did you meet the hotel manager? Not right away. I was a few minutes early, so the receptionist asked me if I would like a coffee while I waited. I asked for a cappuccino and sat in the foyer until the manager was ready. And how long did you have to wait? Did you have to wait for a long time? No, I didn't have to wait for a long time. I waited for a couple of minutes and then Mr. Williams came out of his office and introduced himself. Oh, I see. And how did the interview go? It went very well. Mr. Williams said he'd phone me this week to let me know about the job. Great. Okay, now let's have a look at that conversation again. What did we learn? Well, we learned that Loretta thinks the interview went well. We can also say that in Loretta's opinion, the interview went well. To say that someone thinks something, or to say in someone's opinion, means the same thing. The sentence, in Dave's opinion, criminals are bad people, means the same as the sentence, Dave thinks criminals are bad people. The two phrases are synonyms. We can use both to mean the same thing. In my opinion, Budapest is a fantastic city. This sentence is exactly the same as I think Budapest is a fantastic city. So, when we talk about someone's opinion, we're talking about what that person thinks. Loretta thinks the interview went well. In Loretta's opinion, or in her opinion, the interview went well. Okay, now, let's have a closer look at the interview. Let's see what happened in the interview. Please have a seat, Miss Sweat. Thank you. I've got your CV here. It's very impressive. So you worked with the army, is that correct? Yes, that's right. I trained soldiers. What did you train them in? Self-defense. You trained soldiers in self-defense. Can I ask what your qualifications are? Of course. I'm a black belt in karate, judo, aikido, and kung fu. I see. And do you have any other relevant training? Yes. I'm an expert in alarm and security systems. Well, it seems like you have all the relevant qualifications. Thank you for coming in to see me. I'll get in touch with you later this week. Thank you again, Miss Sweat. Goodbye. Thank you for seeing me. I look forward to hearing from you. Goodbye, Mr. Williams. Okay. Well, that was interesting, wasn't it? We learned some new things about Loretta Sweat, didn't we? She trained soldiers in self-defense. Blimey! She must be as hard as nails. Maybe she's related to Chuck Norris. Or Michael Dudikoff, perhaps. Perhaps she's related to Jean-Claude Van Damme. I don't know. You don't know. We just don't know. All we know is that she's as hard as nails. Well, what else did we learn? Well, we learned that in addition to being a self-defense expert, Loretta is an expert in alarm and security systems. So, let's have a look at some of that vocabulary, shall we? Well, for a start, what's an expert? Well, an expert is someone who knows a lot about something. Someone who knows everything about nuclear physics is an expert on nuclear physics. If we want to know something about nuclear physics, we ask the expert to explain nuclear physics. If I have a problem with the electricity in my flat, I phone an electrician to come and fix the problem. Why? Well, because he's an expert and I'm not. I don't understand electricity. Like Richie, he doesn't understand electricity.
Get out of the way, I'll do it. Here, hold these. Stop, Doc! I'm not impressed, you know! Stop messing about!
So, if I don't want to be electrocuted like Richie, I phone an electrician, an expert in electricity, and he fixes the problem. Now, what other new words did we hear from the interview? Well, Mr. Williams said that Loretta's CV was very impressive. Okay, well, what does CV mean? CV is Latin and is short for curriculum vitae. What? That's okay. We don't need to use the long form. Everybody uses the short form. Would you like to see my CV, for example? Now, what is a CV? Well, a CV is a list of the things you've done. Normally, you put information on your CV which can help you get a job, like where you went to school or university and what qualifications you have. Normally, you also provide information about where you worked in the past and give the name of your old boss so that the new people can check to see if you told the truth. Now, Mr. Williams also talked about something being relevant, didn't he? Well, what does relevant mean? Relevant means that there is a close connection to what we are talking about. If I'd like a job as a bus driver, then information about my driving license is relevant. If I tell the bus company that I like chocolate cake, it's information, but it's not relevant information. It's the opposite. That information is irrelevant. Mr. Williams also said that Loretta has the relevant qualifications. Well, what does that mean? Well, qualifications show that you qualified for something. You passed a test in something. When you pass your driving test, the license proves that you passed a test and that you are qualified to drive. If you want to work with meat, for example, you have to pass a test to show that you understand everything about meat and hygiene. When you pass the test, you become qualified to work with meat. Now, Mr. Williams said that Loretta's qualifications were relevant. So Loretta didn't show Mr. Williams her driving license or her yoga certificate. No, Loretta showed Mr. Williams the certificates that show she is an expert in martial arts and security systems. These are the relevant certificates. These certificates show Mr. Williams that Loretta has got the relevant qualifications. Qualifications connected to the job she wants, the job at the hotel. Now, there's a question. What job do you think Loretta would like? It's a job at the hotel, and the relevant qualifications are connected to self-defense and security systems. What do you think? Well, I think I know, but I'll let you try and work out what position Mr. Williams wants to fill at the hotel. Good. Well, unfortunately, we're out of time. So we'll have to wait until our next lesson to see if you got the correct answer. Well, I had fun today. I hope you had fun too. I'm Gav Duncan, and you've been watching M5's English learning program, Let's Speak English. I'll see you next lesson. And don't forget, you can also catch up with the other English lessons at www.m5tv.hu. Okay, that's all from me for today. See you later. Bye.